I happen to possess a digressive nature. Normally, when you hear a tale, it's told in a manner suited to the teller. In some cases, it could be a chap named Homer. In this case, it is I. Yes, well, I suppose I should start by introducing myself.
Not so close.
I am Lord Charlie Mortdecai.
The script and the film are based on, there's a book called the Mortdecai Trilogy by this guy, Kirill Bonfiglioli. It was a book that I'd read years before a friend of mine had given to me. And, you know, one of those books that makes you laugh out loud. It's just so beautifully irreverent and insane. But it's one of those stories you're thinking, it translates to cinema only if you go to the extreme.
Ah, shut up! What does that even mean? You learn to disturb you. I've been playing balls. 10% is destroyed him!
What drew me to the character more than anything was the challenge to make this guy who is a little bit shady. You know, he's most definitely a con man.
Well, I think when I'm sitting there like this, I can go like almost too afraid. It's like it's so beautiful. I just as he's touching me,
okay.
it's just like.
But I think in that first moment, I think you kind of do, and we'll see when we get around on you. But
also, that's going to sell it too, right?
yeah, we're doing a whoosh. But I think you're like, and then she looks at it. I wonder, yeah, exactly. I wonder if there's a holy shit.
I suppose that for me as an actor, it was challenging in terms of playing a character who could be, somewhat dubious, and has a relationship with himself that is unique. It is a sort of blatant narcissism, and it is unapologetic. It's a snappy, witty, irreverent wonderland, playing Charlie Mortdecai.
Art dealer, accomplished fencer, fair shot with most weapons. Abstemious in all things except food, drink, tobacco, and talking. Loved and respected by all who know me slightly. And this bit of magic is my moustache.
My feeling on Charlie Mortdecai is his thoughts are very pure in a sense to him, honest in a sense to him. He's able to sort of fit his truth, even though it's not really truth, into the situation without ever thinking about what anyone else might be thinking.
But when the Allies captured Goering, out of my way,
he just bows his way in a very pure yet somewhat ignorant, though clever at the same time, knowing at the same time.
I've never quite gotten used to unremarkable champagne, you know. I feel like a few passages deleted from the Book of Job.
So there's a whole lot of flavors, in this film, and especially with regard to characters, the Gwyneth Paltrow's interpretation of Joanna was absolutely just perfect,
I think this is kind of an ode to the screwball comedy. I mean, it's funny, I do these Iron Man movies, and we have a little bit of that, and it's kind of like a modern day screwball comedy, but this really takes it to another level, like the Preston Sturges kind of comedy.
She got it. She got the timing in something like this.
They have a scene where, they've been apart, and he's grown this mustache, and she's come home, and she's appalled by it. But she loves him so much, and they have a scene where, she tries to get past it, but she can't. She cannot get past it, and she has, it almost makes her throw up.
This thing has come between us.
I know, darling.
Steady yourself. I beg of you, darling, please.
Cut. Print that one.
Oh, God. It looks like a vagina on your face.
Surely you mean the pubic hair above a vagina.
Like that.
Yeah. No, this is good.
On set, filming that scene was categorically the hardest thing I've ever had to do in my life. To get through that scene without breaking, I mean, I think I ruined 15 takes. It was terribly unprofessional, but it was so fucking funny.
It's difficult for me too, you know. This thing that's come between us.
Oh, no, my darling. Oh, no, steady. It is piss your pants funny. Someone is going to start it, and then it'll just go from there.
Why can't you invest?
It's okay.
Okay. Okay.
No, it's me now.
Oh.
No, it's okay.
No.
Okay.
No.
You needn't worry yourself. I have things firmly in hand. Darling, you are killing me. Please.
It looks like you have a vagina on your face.
Sorry, I quit.
It looks like you have a vagina on your face.
Surely you mean the pubic hair above a vagina. I simply cannot get my head round that image.
Charlie.
However, now that you mention it, I am unable to steal my mind away from it.
Go stuff a mattress with that thing.
I should probably fall out that way, shouldn't I?
No, you're good. Cut. Great. Yes.
What was really fun about working with Gwyneth and Paul Bettany, certainly, and Ewan McGregor, I mean, the beauty was, this kind of film requires, I mean, timing is everything.
Just don't grab the railing. Well, I might move it later and then we'll... Ready and action. Get out of there! Come on! Go! Get out of there!
It has to be funny, but if the characters know it's funny, you're dead. It's over with. Goodness, that's awkward.
It's all right, sir. It's all right. It's just a cracked rib. Please, sir, if you wouldn't mind leaving out the back on foot.
I'm frightfully sorry about shooting you again, I should say.
It's all right, sir. It's all right.
I'm running you over a bit.
Please, sir, just leave.
But by myself.
I'll come and get you.
Pinky promise, pinky promise. What? Pinky promise.
All right. Now go.
Yeah?
Sir! I was making a movie with Johnny called Transcendence, and he gave me the books. He said, "Have you ever read these books?" And I said, "No." So he gave me all of the books, and I read them all with no idea that it was gonna become anything. And he said, I read them, and they're hysterical, brilliantly written books. He said, "I'm gonna make it into a film. Do you want to play Jock?" And I said, "Yeah." "Yeah, why not?" And it's, you know, it's nice. We have a nice working relationship. I mean, it's the third Paul Bettany movie that Johnny has ever made, so.
So I can have you and him in the same shot is the idea in the house and the fountain behind you.
Right.
And then when
I wanted a second sort of move forward when she sits next to him.
yes,
As
several
trying to
stages of
delay
alarm.
it, right.
If you can make them in line.
In this line,
yes,
yeah.
that will be great.
So great.
And then you can get all the way up here.
Yeah.
It's your wife. No, it isn't. And then, you know.
Most of my energy on set has been spent trying not to laugh.
Terribly sorry about shooting you again, I should say.
It's all right, sir.
And then, of course, the running you over bit.
Sir! Please,
What?
leave!
Oh. By myself?
And I've ruined a lot of footage laughing, as has David Kep, the director, who laughs through his own his own movie.
Oh, God.
And this violent worldwide revolution. Right. Multiple attacks over the coming years. Countless lives are at stake. Yeah. Fingers crossed, chaps, you find it first. I'm off for a week.
Mortdecai is the film. It's a caper movie with deep relations to the kind of Blake Edwards humor, teetering on farce.
It reminded me a bit of the sort of old Pink Panther movies from the 70s or something.
Fine art of fencing.
Nothing fell.
Alas, so have I. Essential part, every gentleman's education. And as a gentleman, I should warn you that my coup d'arrêt is still whispered about in hushed tones in many Sally's arm to this very day.
Ooh. I come from a 80s comedy. That's sort of my textbook. That's my love. And a lot of those comedies sit in a dramatic structure. It's a great, compelling tale. And out of that compelling tale are these characters that allow us to subvert things along the way. And so the journey towards the ultimate goal, the quest, is a humorous, fun way, and that it's kind of in a silly way.
Where's the rack? Oh, there it is.
Am I just coming straight out?
I would.
Let him retreat.
Oh, yes, he's this one.
You should see the other film. The fact that you were as drunk as a fiddler's bitch in no way obviates the fact that you very nearly created an international incident. There's a humor in it that I hadn't really, seen on screen for a long time.
I will have you know that I am not an alcoholic. I am drunk, and there is a vast difference. In my defense, I was drugged. I was not drinking until the plane.
And in the car.
And a bit in the car.
And in the ambassador's residence.
And at the ambassador's residence.
And that, I suppose, ultimately, what I believed about Mortdecai, the film, I believed that it was going to be, and I still believe, it's one of those films that rarely does an audience get a hold of something as hysterically funny. So bringing this to the screen with the likes of Gwyneth Paltrow and Ewan McGregor, Paul Bettany, and Olivia Munn, who was brilliant in the film as Georgina. All these characters sort of, it's like this, everything's coming together where they will eventually collide.
Ooh! Ooh, I guess you.
I don't care what goes down my throat, as long as you're attached to it.
Oh. Ooh, that's my bottom.
Is this whole dance routine where she's just being so seductive or trying to be seductive around Mortdecai. I had to learn this routine, and we only had like an hour to learn this whole routine, this whole salsa routine with like spins and everything. And I buckled down and I learned it, and rightfully so, Johnny was like, Mortdecai doesn't dance and he doesn't do anything.
That's not my bottom. It's my moustache, is it not? Score to Mortdecai. Oh, where are we going now?
Georgina is just dancing and I'm writhing up and down, and really I'm doing a proper salsa dance with like rolls and spins. as he does nothing. I'm starting to channel all of the girls who go into clubs and just dance on tables, and they just think like, this is hot. Like, this, I look amazing. This is really gonna get him. He's gonna love this. And it's just a little, it's just like, oh my gosh, stop. Oh my gosh, she's still moving. She's still wiggling. Like, that's kind of what Georgina is doing.
The greatest thing for me as an actor in this was that timing is, like I was saying, very, very important. It's everything with a film like this. And they all got it, you know, and it was supremely executed by everyone. And at the same time, whatever lines would happen or whatever would happen in the scenes just out of nowhere, you know, everybody was very ready to go, you know, with that. If I threw something out there that wasn't in the script, they'd jump on it. So it was a really nice, hard-working cast, for sure, because getting your head around some of those scenes and a lot of that comedy. If the character knows it's supposed to be funny, if the actor knows it's supposed to be funny, you're dead, you know? And everyone knew exactly how to proceed.
167 Echo, take 3, A mark.